Gates in motion for race number 1 with 1, Fundyanna, 2, Pensacola Sioux, 3, Holiday Moon, 4, Kane Rise Again, 5, Lucky Northern Star, 6, Arcane Agent, 7, Brookie Nene, and 8, Smooth Putnam. Race 1. Here they come. They're off and pacing on the inside. Kane Rise Again goes out for the early lead. Fundyanna now battles for rail position, takes over the lead. Kane Rise Again racing in second. Then from the outside, leaving from the 8 post, there goes Chris Davies and Smooth Putnam now racing in third and going for second. On the rail racing in fourth, that's a Pensacola Sioux. Lucky Northern Star looks at it from 5th, then back 4 lengths to Holiday Moon. 30 and 3 past the opening quarter. Arcane Agent looks at it from 7th, and then the early trailer is Brookie Nene. Round the top turn for the first time, and Fundyanna shows on top by a length and a half. Racing in second is Kane Rise Again on the outside. Here comes Pensacola Sioux now to challenge the leaders. They race 4 in, 4 out, and they approach the opening half. On the inside is Fundyanna. Racing in second is Pensacola Sioux. 1 on 1 and 4 past the opening half. Racing in third, that's Kane Rise Again, and on the outside, Lucky Northern Star races in fourth. On the inside, Smooth Putnam in 5th, then Holiday Moon. Arcane Agent and Brookie Nene can see them all. Down the backstretch, it's Fundyanna still on top, looking to go coast to coast. And racing still on the outside and parked is Pensacola Sioux. 1:33 flat past the 3/4. Fundyanna leads it by a length. Pensacola Sioux is still there outside in second. Then Kane Rise Again looks at it from third on the rail and looks for room to get out. And it's Fundyanna. Todd tries to lead it, but here comes his brother. He's racing in the middle of the track. It's Fundyanna. Kane Rise Again. Fundyanna goes coast to win it. Kane Rise Again races in second, and finishing third looks like Pensacola Sioux in 2:05 and 2. Now parading back is the unofficial winner of race number 1. That's the 1-horse Fundyanna. A 4-year-old bay pacing mare by Western Paradise from the This Cams For You mare Clonmel Cami. Owned by Capital A Investments Limited of Lower Cambridge and Mr. Eric Wilson of Majorville. Mr. Wilson trains. Driven to victory today by Mr. Stephen Treitz in 2:05 and 2 for the 1, Fundyanna. The gates in motion for race 2 with 1, Shady Martin, 2, Ocean Pacific, 3, Satan's Little Number, 4, Daya Harlaka, 5, Emily J. Down, 6, Future Secret, and 7, Wilson's Cam. A field of 7 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing Satan's Little Number for the early lead. They race 3 wide into the opening turn. Shady Martin grabs rail position and the early lead by a length. Satan's Little Number is parked out in second. Now finds room on the cones. Driving in third, that's Daya Harlaka. And here comes a rush from the backfield. Out and now racing in third. In between horses is Emily J. Down. Now fourth on the inside is Daya Harlaka. Wilson's Cam backs off on past the opening quarter in 30 and 1. Wilson's Cam now racing in 5th, and the early trailers are Ocean Pacific and Future Secret trails off the turn down the lane in front of the stand for the first time. And leading it now by a tight length, that's a Shady Martin. Satan's Little Number still there in second. Racing in third on the outside, Emily J. Down. They race on past the half in In 1 minute, 3/5 now down the lower turn for the second time. Shady Martin by a length and a quarter. Emily Jade down now second on the outside. Satan's Little Number gets a garden trip in third. Racing in fourth, Daya Harlaka. Then Wilson's Cam to the outside in fourth. And there goes Ocean Pacific. 3 wide down on past the 3/4. Ocean Pacific on the move. 132 flat and Ocean Pacific going for that lead on the outside. 3 wide and Sam Hodgen has got that one going strong. Racing now second in between horses. Emily J down. Then battling back Shady Martin on the rail. Down the stretch. They race for the wire and Ocean Pacific in the middle of the track. Shady Martin is not done on the inside. Ocean Pacific. It's going to be Ocean Pacific, Shady Martin. Daya Harlaka for third in 2:04 and 1. Unofficial winner of race number 2, the 2-horse, Ocean Pacific. A 7-year-old brown pacing gelding by Jenna's Beach Boy from the Goldie Jeff mare Designing Dara. Owned and trained by Mr. Melvin Blanchard of St. John. Mr. Sam Hodgen in the bike for victory this afternoon in race 2, 2:04 and 1. For 2, Ocean Pacific. The gates in motion for race 3 with 1. George Down, 2 Elm Grove Bandit, 3 Falcons Quick, 4 Camco Wynette, 5 West Gem Princess, 6 Golden Days, and 7 Pictonian Best West. A field of 7 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Camco Wynette is wound up and takes the early lead. Racing in second, Elm Grove Bandit. Now looking at it from third, West Gem Princess as they make their way round the turn. George Down looks at it from fourth. Then Falcons Quick, Golden Days, and your early trailer is Pictonian Best West. Down the backstretch, a length of 4, maybe get 5 open lengths. Now inquiry sign is lit. It's a Camco Wynette on past the opening quarter in 31 and 1. Racing in second as they make their way round the turn. That's Elm Grove Bandit on the outside. There's action, and there goes West Gem Princess, now third, now going after the second spot. Racing in fourth on the inside, Golden Days as they make their way down the stretch in front of the stand first time. Out in the front by 2.5 lengths is Camco Wynette and Johnny D. Racing on the inside is Elm Grove Bandit, 1:03 and 1 past the half. Parked out on the second is West Gem Princess. And on the inside, West Gem Princess now regains third. Falcons Quick is fourth on the outside. George Down racing in fifth on the cones. Golden Days and Pictonian Best West. But Golden Days is now racing at the back of the pack, but Camco Wynette leads it by a length and 3/4 on past the 3/4 mile mark. 1:34 and 4. Camco Wynette in front. Here comes Falcon Quick now on the move from third. Now second and going after the leader. They round the turn. Elm Grove Bandit having equipment problems. They race off the turn on the inside. Camco Wynette. Here comes a West Gem Princess on the outside. Elm Grove Bandit now and West Gem Princess. It's going to be West Gem Princess. Camco Wynette, Elm Grove Bandit. Time for the mile, 2:07 flat. Attention on the backstretch. Todd Treitz and Stephen Mason, please call the judges. Todd Treitz and Stephen Mason, please call the judges. Now parading is the unofficial winner of race number 3, the number 5 horse West Gem Princess, a 6-year-old bay pacing mare by Quick Comeback from Island Secret, owned by Christine Eastwood of St. John, trained by Pat Eastwood, and driven this afternoon by Stephen Trites, to his second winner on the program, the number 5 West Gem Princess in 2:07 flat. The gates in motion for race 4 with 1, Diamond Hard, 2, Big Shot Al, 3, Stagecoach Gambler, 4, Lucky Alberta, 5, Run Them Down, 6, Rumpus Star, 7, Billy and Bud, and 8, Life of Roddy. A field of 8 behind the gate, and here they come. They're off in pacing Lucky Alberta on the inside. Big Shot Al grabs out of there, now takes the opening lead. Racing in second now, Stagecoach Gambler. Lucky Alberta looks for position on the cones in third. Racing in fourth, that's Diamond Hard, then Run Them Down. Rumpus Star looks at it from sixth. Then Billy and Bud, and Life of Roddy trails, now goes to the outside. They race down the backstretch for the opening quarter-mile mark. Out in front, Big Shot Al leads it by a length in 31-2. Stagecoach Gambler now racing in second. On the outside, we have action. Run Them Down is taking his shot. Now second. Now going after the leader. Stagecoach Gambler in third on the cones. Life of Roddy is parked out now fourth. Down the stretch in front of the stand first time. They race for the lead to Run Them Down on the outside. Big Shot Al now racing in second. Run Them Down is the new leader, the half in 103 flat. On the inside, Big Shot Al racing second. Life of Roddy is racing third on the outside. Stagecoach Gambler now finds room and moves to the outside in fourth. Racing fifth, Lucky Alberta, then Billy and Bud, Rumpus Star, and Diamond Hard trails. Down the backstretch, Life of Roddy going after the leader. Run Them Down, still there. Life of Roddy second on the outside. Stagecoach Gambler looks at going 3 wide, 135 and 1 past the 3/4, and Run Them Down and Steve Mason. They have the lead by a length and 3/4. Big Shot Al has taken over second. Lucky Alberta in third. Here comes a Stagecoach Gambler to the outside in fourth, and down the stretch they race for home, and Steve Mason and Run Them Down is doing just that in the lane. Run Them Down to win it. Racing in second. That's a Big Shot Al. Lucky Alberta will be 3. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 3. Inquiry sign is up. Inquiry sign. Now parading back is the unofficial winner of race number 4, the 5 horse. Run Them Down. A 3-year-old bay pacing, brown pacing filly by Largo from the Happy Paysack Dam First Paysack. Owned by the Downey Stables of St. John. Trained and driven by Mr. Steve Mason. The 5 horse, Run Them Down. 2:06 and 3. Inquiry sign remains lit. Please hold on. The gates in motion for race number 5 with 1, J.K. Shadow, 2, P.H. Catman, 3, Dillinger's Lady, 4, Jacob, 5, Orally Yours, 6, Dusty Lane Buster, 7, Burton Burt, and 8, Becoming Jarwa. A field of 8 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Jacob in the middle of the track to grab the early lead. P.H. Catman racing second along the cones, and Orally Yours is on the outside. Now takes over a second spot. Racing in third and closing that gap is P.H. Catman. Now goes rough-gated, but paces once again. They battle on up front. It's Jacob on the inside, Orally Yours on the outside. Racing in third, P.H. Catman on past the opening quarter. in 29 and 4. Racing in fourth is J.K. Shadow. Then Dillinger's Lady looks at it from fifth. Then Dusty Lane Buster on the outside, becoming Jarwa, and Bert can see them all. Off the turn, down the lane in front of the stand. First time, it's Jacob by a tight length. Racing in second, that's P.H. Catman. Orly Yours looks at it from third, the half mile. In 1 minute, 4/5. Jacob now on the choo-choo. Racing in second, P.H. Catman. Orly Yours in third, then J.K. Shadow racing in fourth. Racing in fifth, Dillinger's Lady, and continue to making up ground on the outside. Now tipping out 3 wide is Becoming Jarwa. Action on the outside. Jacob leads it by 3 parts of a length. Orly Yours racing in second. There goes Becoming Jarwa. 1:33 and 3 past the 3/4 mile mark, and Jacob now by a scant nose racing in second and taking over the lead. That is Orly Yours on the outside. Becoming Jarwa off the turn, down the lane for the wire. Orly Yours, Becoming Jarwa on the outside. Dillinger's Lady looking for room on the rail in the middle of the track. It's Orly Yours getting the job done. Finishing second was P.H. Catman, and Dillinger's Lady looks like third. 2:05 and 2 for the mile. Parading back is the unofficial winner of race number 5, the 5-horse Orly Yours. A 3-year-old bay pacing filly by Cami Bess from Lewinsky, owned by Dr. Hugh Baird of Hampton. Mr. Baird trains, driven this afternoon to her first victory and first start of this year by Mr. Gordon Hennessy. Number 5, Orly Yours in 2:05 and 2. Gates in motion for race number 6 with 1 Dusty Lane Oscar, 2 Heron Bay, 3 Will C.R. Dolly Dance, 4 Franco Croupier, 5 Longworth Legacy, 6 Freestone Lexi, and 7 Just a Reminder. A field of 7 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the outside. Longworth Legacy goes for that lead. Heron Bay predicts rail position on the inside. Longworth Legacy now gets up and grabs that lead. Heron Bay now looks at it from second. Driving in third, that's Dusty Lane Oscar as they make their way down the backstretch. First time, Franco Croupier is racing in fourth. Then Will C.R. Dolly Dance is in fifth. They race on past the opening quarter. And 30 and 1/5. And on the lead by a length and 3/4. That's a Longworth Legacy. Heron Bay is racing in second. Driving in third, Dusty Lane Oscar. There's action on the outside. Freestone Lexi is fourth and moving. Off the turn, they race now in front of the stand for the first time. Racing in 6 on the outside. That's Just a Reminder. Then comes Franco Croupier and Will C.R. Dolly Dance trails. 1:01 and 4 past the half-mile station, and still out in front with that lead. That's a Longworth Legacy out in front by 3 open lengths. Heron Bay right there in second. Driving third on the outside, and now is a Freestone Lexi. Dusty Lane Oscar looks for, can't find room, fourth on the cones, racing fifth on the outside. That's just a reminder on past 3/4, 1:33 and 4. And with that lead, Longworth Legacy for Todd Trites, looking to go all the way. It's Longworth Legacy on the outside to challenge now. Here comes Heron Bay off the turn, down the stretch, they race for home. It's Longworth Legacy, Heron Bay, and on the inside, here they come, Dusty Lane Oscar to challenge, but Longworth Legacy hangs on to win it. Dusty Lane Oscar will be second. It's close for 3 in 2:06. Welcoming back the winner in race number 6, the 5-horse Longworth Legacy. An 8-year-old bay pacing gelding by Arcane Hanover from the Harrods Dam Esker Misty Day. Owned by Mike Barrio of Dieppe, trained by Deborah Kirkpatrick. Mr. Todd Trites in the sulky. The 5 Longworth Legacy, the unofficial winner in 2:06. The gates in motion for race 7 with 1, Lose Town, 2, Materialism, 3, Casimir Eyeful, 4, All-American Dazzle, 5, OB Viking, 6, He's a Gunslinger, and 7, Vic Victor. A field of 7 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off in pacing, and Victor from the outside is shooting out of there to grab the early lead. Racing in second, Materialism in between horses, and Lose Town is now second. Racing third in along the rail as they make their way onto the backstretch. That's All-American Dazzle. They settle up things up front, and it's Lose Town to lead it. Racing second, Materialism. All-American Dazzle is now racing in third. OB Viking looks at it from fourth. 29 and 4 is the opening quarter. Racing in fifth, now fourth on the outside is Vic Victor. Then comes He's a Gunslinger, and after a break is Casimir Eyeful. Off the turn, they race on down the stretch. First time out in front now, it's Lose Town. Materialism is up and at 'em on the outside, racing second. They race 3 in, 3 out past the half now in 1 minute 2/5. On the inside, Gordy Hennessy and Lose Town has the lead. Racing second on the outside is still Materialism. Racing in third on the cones, that's All-American Dazzle. On the outside, Vic Victor is still there. Racing in fourth, that's OB Viking. Then He's a Gunslinger. 3 wide action, and we have a new leader. It's Vic Victor on past the 3/4 in 1:32 flat. Now racing in second, that He's a Gunslinger. Third on the outside, OB Viking, and Vic Victor shows on top. His margin is a length and a half. Off the turn, down the lane for home, they charge for the wire. It's Vic Victor on the outside. Here comes He's a Gunslinger, but they're not going to catch Vic Victor today. It's Vic Victor. He's a Gunslinger. OB Viking will be 3. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 4. Now welcoming back the winner, the unofficial winner of race number 7, the 7-horse Vic Victor. An 8-year-old bay pacing gelding by Electric Yankee from Aplum, owned by Valerie Phelan of Geary, trained by Mr. Eric Wilson, driven to victory this afternoon. His second consecutive victory. Victor is Mr. Lonnie Stokes. Time for the mile today, 2:03 and 4. Results are now official. The gates in motion for race 8, with 1 Ashby Corner, 2 Tisha's Pit Pony, 3 Hacks Boy, 4 I Wish, 5 Cowboys Don't Lie, 6 Fittipaldi, 7 Mag AM, and 8 Salisbrook Dandy. A field of 8 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off in the pacing, and Hacks Boy goes for the early lead. Tisha's Pit Pony protects rail position now, takes over command. Hacks Boy now second on the outside. Racing in third is Ashby Corner, then ducking down to the cones and trying to close, and now racing in fourth, Fittipaldi. So they race single file down the backstretch for the opening quarter. Racing now up top is Tisha's Pit Pony on past the opening quarter. In 30 and 4, there's early action. There goes Ashby Corner to the outside and challenging for the lead. Ashby Corner, your new leader, racing in second. That's Tisha's Pit Pony. Hacks Boy looks at it from third, then Fittipaldi. Cowboys Don't Lie is racing in fifth, then 3 wide down the lane. That's Salisbrook Dandy. Then on the inside, as they make their way onto the opening half, that's I Wish, on past the half in 1:01 and 4. Out in front with that lead is still Ashby Corner. Tisha's Pit Pony racing in second. Salisbrook Dandy now challenging for that lead. Racing in fourth, Hacks Boy. Then Cowboys Don't Lie is on the outside in fifth. They race neck and neck for the 3 quarters. Ashby Corner has asked for and gives more for Todd Trites. Out past the 3/4 mile marker in 1:33 and 2. Racing in second now. That's Salisbrook Dandy. Mag AM looks menacing. 3 wide as they round the turn. On top, it's still Ashby Corner. Ricky Collins and Mag AM is menacing on the outside. Down the stretch, they race for home. It's Ashby Corner. Mag AM surges down the lane. Ashby Corner. It's Ashby Corner, Mag AM, and Hacks Boy. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 2. Now parading back the unofficial winner of race number 8, the 1-horse Ashby Corner. A 6-year-old bay pacing gelding by Life Sign from the No Nukes mare Nova. Owned by Paul Trites of Fredericton, trained and driven to victory this afternoon by Mr. Todd Trites. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 2 for 1 Ashby Corner.